Hi, I'm Vince and welcome to my channel, Vince Cooper Games. In this video we're going to be taking a look at my solitaire war game, Bloody Lane. We're going to be looking at the Confederate reload and quick reload actions which are resolved during the Confederate action phase. So just to clarify, anytime a Confederate counter uses the fire, exposed fire or oblique fire actions, that counter is turned 90 degrees to indicate that it requires the reload action to be able to use the fire action in the subsequent turn. Below each defensive position, there is a miniature ball box with a miniature ball token indicating the current value, which can be as high as 4 and as low as 0. If the miniature ball value ever drops to 0, that counter cannot reload. In order to replenish the value, you need to send an ammunition token along the supply line from S1 to S2 to S3, and then you resolve it. That's covered in the video about the supply phase. Once you resolve the ammunition token, that gives you 3 points to assign in any combination to increase the miniature ball value up to a maximum of 4. So let's go through a couple of examples. Reload action first. The reload is very simple. It automatically resolves. There's no cohesion check. So for example, the 6 Alabama is going to resolve reload. It turns to its upright position and we reduce the miniature ball value from 4 down to 3. Okay, very simple. And thereafter it can use the fire, exposed fire or the oblique fire actions. Okay, second North Carolina. Second North Carolina is going to resolve the quick reload action. The quick reload action requires an initial cohesion check to see if the reload action is successful. If the cohesion check is successful, the counter will flip and you will reduce the miniature ball value by 1. And then you have a chance to resolve the fire action, which is also resolved as normal and covered in a previous video. That also requires a second cohesion check. If the first cohesion check fails, the counter does not reload. The counter remains at 90 degrees, the miniature ball value is not reduced, and there is no fire action to resolve. So let's go through the second North Carolina. The second North Carolina has a cohesion value of 5, so we look to a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 as a success. And we roll and we get a 5. So the initial step is successful, the reload step is successful, so the second North Carolina flips, miniature ball value is reduced from 2 down to 1. Okay, and now it resolves the fire action against the 14th Indiana. So again, cohesion is 5, there's a smoke token in play, there's no range modifier, so it's a -1 modifier, so from 5 down to 4. Remember, a natural 1 would usually be devastating fire, but as discussed in a previous video, if the miniature ball value is 0 or 1, and you roll a natural 1, you cannot inflict 2 hits. Devastating fire is not resolved, and you only inflict 1 hit. So modified cohesion of 4, 1, 2, 3, or 4 would inflict 1 hit, 5 or 6 will be a miss, and we get a 2, which is a hit. So first of all, the cohesion of 14th Indiana is reduced from 3 down to 2. The second North Carolina flips to 90 degrees, indicating it has to reload again in a subsequent turn, and the miniature ball value is now reduced from 1 down to 0, which indicates that in a future turn, the second North Carolina will not be able to resolve the reload or the quick reload action until an ammunition supply token is resolved, and then you can increase the miniature ball value from 0 to 1, 2, or 3, depending on how you want to distribute the ammunition points. And that's it. That's the reload and the quick reload actions during the Confederate action phase. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.